my channel. My name is Anne. I go by Yarny Annie on Instagram and YouTube. And this is my way to talk about knitting very intensely without being, looked at with absent eyes. Absent eyes, oh my god. So, as you can tell, I am French. I am 26. I live in the UK. I live in Sheffield, in the north of the country, north-ish of the country. It's a debate that I do not want to go into. And I spend all of my free time knitting. And I enjoy it very, very much. So, today is going to be a very classic podcast where I'm going to talk about my finished object, whips, and acquisition. And I think it will be long enough, so I'm going to try to be quite quick with all of that. I really thought I wasn't going to have that much finished object to show you, but turns out everything just kind of came off the needles at the same time. So I got a few bits, enough to entertain you for a little bit. So grab something nice and warm or cold or whatever, something nice to keep you hydrated, and let's get into it. The first object I finished this month, which is not so much a month, it's more like 4 weeks since the last podcast, which was mid-June, and we are now the 14th of July, which is French National Day. Very much a coincidence. This has just happened to be my day off. I'm not doing anything to celebrate today because I live in the UK, so I'm not doing much. We are going to go to a wine shop tonight and have some French wine, and that's the extent of my patriotism today. Anyway, so the first object I finished is this little guy. There's a pair. So there's two socks. So I finished a pair of socks. The second one happens to be in a laundry basket because this one went rogue and ended up with the general cotton cleaning, but it's doing fine. So finger crossed. And this pattern is the Socks of Enchantment by Melinda Mezo. I think, what's her name on Instagram? I'll just put it down there. But yeah, those, and they are knitted with some hand-dyed wool from West Loft yarn, and they are the most beautiful socks I've ever made. I'm absolutely in love with them. I've worn them just once, and it has felted a little bit, but I am wearing Docs to work. I think I wore them to work. Because what's the point of making socks if it's not to wear them? So yeah, I'm not being kind to my hand knitted socks, but there's no point if not. So there you go, they are gorgeous. They are heavily mentioned on one of my videos, so I'm not going to go in too much details. It came with short haul. Yeah, it came with a short raw heel, which I absolutely adore, so I'm very happy with that, and they are work cuff down. There you go, these are my beautiful socks that I finished this month. So my second finished object of this month is my Me Almighty version 2, so my yellow version. I already made good foresty green, a green version, and this is the pastel yellow version with less modification. The only modification I made is I did not do the rolled hem that she has, and I just did a rib, 1x1 rib. This is dirty. I've wore it once, so don't mind that, but it is really, really lovely. I think I sized down for this one because I made, last podcast you saw me with like the object almost done. I literally had to do just the cuffs, the sleeves. And when I did make the sleeves, picked up for the sleeve, I noticed I dropped so many stitches. I don't actually know how it happened. I just dropped a million stitches, two. But and I think the fit wasn't exactly good, so it was just too many factors. I was like, I'm gonna start again. So after working on it for like 8-10 hours, I had to start from scratch. But I'm very happy I did. It fits perfectly, it's beautiful. I realized that yellow is not my color, but is it gonna stop me from wearing it? No. I think it does washing me out a little bit, and I thought that that's actually quite interesting to like spend so much time on knitting a garment for you to realize that, oh, this is not my color, and now I know that pastel yellow doesn't really suit me, which I don't think I would have cared as much if it was a store-bought item. And because I spent so much and put so much energy, the fact that it doesn't suit me is going to mark my brain, and I will know in the future not to knit that color again. But it's still a beautiful garment. I'm very, very happy with it. I wish I would have waited before casting it on, just because I literally casted it on right after finishing my first version, the green version that suits me really well. That color is great on me. And it meant that I was kind of bored of the pattern, which is fair enough. I literally knitted them back to back, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. And I think that's one of the reasons I dropped so many stitches, because I didn't really pay attention to what I was doing because I was so used to the garment. But there you go. It's a very easy pattern to follow. It's very size inclusive. I will, as per usual, put the Ravelry page on there, so you would have seen, or you're seeing now, the size range. And I've knitted that using the yellow cotton one from Sidar. It's a good yarn. Happy with the yarn. The color is beautiful. Yeah, nothing else to note. It is 100% cotton. I just happen to have a large stash of them. I will try to stray away from 100% cotton, in the future, just to have a blend to make sure it doesn't stretch out too much. But yeah, I'm very happy with it, and I can't wait to style it and wear it, and I think it will be a summer staple, and I'm gonna wear it all year long, because I run around at work all the time, so I need something nice and breathy. So there you go. That's my second finished object of this month. The third one is, well, half, because it's a sock, a singular sock. So these are the cherry pie socks. Yes, so these are the cherry pie socks by Debbie Ford. They're a free knitting pattern available on Ravelry. I made some modification. I've not done the cuff as long as she asked for on the pattern, and I've spread out the eyelets across the sock at the end. It's not blocked. I just put it on the blocker just so I can visualize the sock a little bit better. And I made this sock. My last video was me asking the ChatGPT to create a sock pattern with lace, which it didn't work. So I was very frustrated, and I decided, well, I still want to make a sock. And I had my yarn, everything was out, so I just went on Ravelry, picked a free pattern and knitted this bad boy, and I'm very happy with it. And the yarn is really nice. The yarn is Opal Africa 4-ply sock yarn, and it has a very beautiful motif, and yeah, very reminiscent of cherries. I think the yellow could be the little pit. Yeah, the pit, and then all of the different color could be just cherries, so I'm very happy with it. I'm still working on the second sock. I think I'm at the cuff, but it won't take me long. This took barely any time. So there you go. And the last finished object, which I finished, casted on Sunday and finished on Wednesday. Hi. Sorry, apologies if you can hear my cat screaming in the background. Turns out she was hungry and on the verge of dying, clearly. So, I was going on about my Soul Top by Raw Knitwear that I've finished very recently, 2 days ago. It's not blocked, and not dried. The reason is I dried it outside because yesterday was quite a nice day, and this morning it rained. Before I noticed, it was already wet. So it is wet, but it is blocked. Like it had fully dried before. Before. So yeah, for this one, I just used random um, cotton yarns that I had. So most of them are Sustain brand from my stash, and then you got some Rogue. I think this is Rico. This is just a charity shop one, but I think it's Paint Box, and then a random cone of acrylic yarn, like a very fine one that was donated to me. So this is what I used to get gauge. I did knit a size small, even though I'm not really a small, but I like a tighter fit. So this is what it looks like. I will, if it's dry enough, or if I feel brave enough, I will wear it and insert a video of me wearing it. If not, sorry, you'll have to wait for a different video where I'll make sure to wear this one. But it's a really lovely pattern. It's very easy to follow. There's nothing really hard. The hardest bit is casting off while doing the double fold, but that's about it. I don't want to say too much about the pattern because it is a paid pattern that you have to buy on the designer's website specifically. It's not on Ravelry, but yeah, it's €7, which I think I paid about like £6. It's a very easy top. I would recommend it. Can't wait to wear it. I think the straps are quite thick, so it would 100% hide a bra strap. And I've just checked the sizes. It has 8 sizes, and it goes from extra small to 4X, and it goes up to 58 inches of bust measurement, which I think you should be able to do bigger. It's fairly easy. It's a fairly easy pattern, so anyone that has a little bit of experience should be able to make it even more size inclusive. Not sure why it's not up to 60 inches, but 8 sizes, and then there's negative ease. That's probably why you expect negative ease on this one, and I think it's like a generous amount. Not sure how much it was, but quite a generous amount. So there you go. That was my 4th finished object. Yeah, and the last finished object I had. Now we're gonna go on to whips. So whip wise, I got 4. So the first one that you've seen on my first podcast, my first ever video, are those shorty socks. They're just a project that, oh my god, the stitches have dropped, so let me just grab them back. They are just the shorty socks. They're from a set of socks from Summer Knits, and they're very easy. I'm using Drops, Fable, and West Yorkshire Spinners 4-ply signature sock yarn for this one. I haven't done much on this. I'm very bored of it. It's stuck in it. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me right now. I cast them on a whim because I literally had finished a sock, and I like to have a sock with me when I go to work. So that's why, and I've stuck in. I don't know. I'm almost done for the first one, and then I have to do the second one. It really is just a matter of needing shorty socks. So yeah, but I mean the pattern's fine. I'm not saying anything about the pattern. The pattern's great. It's just there's nothing interesting about this sock. So that's why it's not getting as much love. I'll finish it 100%, but it's not a priority. And then the other whip is my other pair of the cherry pie sock, which is getting a bit more love. I've actually swapped and I'm grabbing the cherry sock to work with me. Cheeky. Anyway, another finished up, another whip that I've casted on yesterday is the drops pattern. It's a baby knit for my friend's baby. I don't mind if she watched that. It's not for her, it's for her baby anyway, which is, he's not born yet, but it's gonna happen soon. It's a little cardigan. It's hard to show you. I'm using the Cedar Snuggly yarn. It's a 4-ply yarn, and it's 55% nylon and 45 acrylic. In the same logic as the baby blanket I made, I don't really want to burden the new parents with something they have to hand wash. So I'm just choosing stuff that they can throw in the wash. But this is why I'm on the sleeves increases. I made a few mistakes, but it's fine. I think I'm ahead on the increases, so I'm just going to slow them down. It's a baby knit. Like, he's going to wear it for like 3 months, and then he's going to be too old to wear it. The yarn is very soft. I am thoroughly enjoying working with this yarn. I just got it at my local yarn store. I only bought one. I didn't know what I was going to do when I went to the shop, which was a big mistake. And I just bought one ball. I was like, oh, babies are small. They're not going to use up that much wool. I think it asked for 100 gram and this is just 50 gram. I do have another one in yellow that I'll just show after as an acquisition. So I could do some stripes, but I think I'm going to go back and just buy another one. And I'm sure the dye look's not going to be different. They had plenty, so it should be all good. So there you go. This is what I'm working on. Just started yesterday, so not much to show you, but there you go. And then I guess my last finished object is still my excavation blanket by oopsies. So the excavation blanket by Jana Piota, which is just that. I have made some progress on it, 100%. I think, don't remember what it looked like when I showed it to you, but it's now the size of my arms. I'm not going to pull up the tape measure, but this is what I am. I still need to work on it loads. I do want a full size blanket. It's going to take forever. I've not worked on it as much lately. I think now my creative bug has come alive again, and so stockinette is just not doing it for me anymore, or maybe I just had too many stockinette projects on my needles. So there you go. But this is what it's looking like. I keep it on my bed, next to my bed in my bedroom, so that I can get a few rows done before going to bed. But I've been preferring just knitting on the couch lately, so that's basically why it's not getting a lot more love. But it's going to be a slow burn kind of process, so I'm fine with it. I'm actually quite happy with the amount of progress I made. But there you go, this is what it's looking like. I bought a basket so I can put everything, all of the yarn in it. But there you go. Yeah, that's everything from my whips. So now I'll talk quickly about acquisition, which I have not that many, but I'll show them to you anyway. So yeah, as I mentioned, so I got, as well as the blue one for the baby knit, I bought another color from Cedar Snuggly 4-ply. This one is pastel lemon. This one was denim. So there you go. It's nylon acrylic wool. It's the same as the one I've just mentioned in this beautiful yellow. Don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. I want to do some little booties, maybe a shirt. I don't really know, but I feel like I'm gonna use that anyway. I'm gonna see that little baby a lot, so there you go. I was there was I think 10% on them, so I was like, oh, I'll just get a second ball. Turns out I didn't buy enough, but there you go. Now I know. And then another one that I got. I've already talked about it on my little vlog to the yarn shop that I bought it from. But this is another one that I got is this sock yarn from Fruitful Fusion called Water Park. It's a 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So 4-ply finger eight sock yarn. And I feel like I'm repeating myself, so I don't want to go into too much detail, but also you probably didn't watch that video. So if you didn't, I bought this after buying already like 2 other skeins because I fell in love with the color so much, and it gave me 90s vibe, like I don't know why, but like Gilmore vibes. There's no explanation for that, but I just fell in love with it, and I think I'm gonna save it until September to cast it on because it gives me September vibe, like nice and cozy. So yeah, it's a beautiful sock yarn. I don't have a project in mind for it. It's gonna be a sock because I love knitting socks. So I don't have a specific pattern for it, but it will be socks. So there you go, that's first one. Second one, I think it, what is it? Oh. The second one I got is this 2-ply, I'm guessing, yeah, it's 2-ply sock yarn by Hey J, which is a hand-dyed yarn. It's 80% SW Blueface Leicester and 20% nylon. It's 100 gram. I still don't know what SW means. I've not googled it since. So if you know what SW Blueface Leicester means, let me know. Please educate me. So it's this beautiful 2-ply sock yarn from a beautiful hand dyer that I got at Woolfall in the Peak District, which is a gorgeous shop that you have to go and visit because they are lovely, and the hand dye sock wool is to die for. So there you go, this is the one that I got. Once again, it will be socks. I'm very intrigued about a 2-ply sock yarn. I've not worked with one yet, I don't think, so I'm very interested. It has this beautiful halo, which I feel like, ooh, in the winter, maybe I'll do like some slightly thicker ones. I don't know, we'll see. So there you go. I think that's it for, oh no, actually. Another thing that I got just today is this secondhand from the charity shop knitting pattern. And the reason is, I went to find some crochet books, but I couldn't find any because I'm trying to create a little like cover up, lacy cover up with plenty of like flowery details on it, and I was hoping to do it in crochet just because I've seen some pictures on Instagram from crocheters making that those kind of top or something similar, and I just want it as a tie at the front. I just couldn't find anything. I'm not that good at crocheting. I'm not good anymore. I don't crochet as much, and I think I've kind of lost it. So I got this, and I found many lacy pattern. So it's called Lovely Knitted Lace by Brooke Nico. So 4 basic shapes and 16 projects. So I think I should be able to use whatever pattern, well, lace pattern is on there and just kind of make my own. So I think I'm going to end up knitting this little project that I have in mind. I might cast on today because I'm very impatient and I want to try that. But there you go, this is hopefully something you'll see in the next video. But I've not started on it. I think I need to do so much math and so much figuring things out. But I think if I do it slightly oversized, then I won't have to worry too much about fitting. And it's gonna, tie at the front, so I could just tie it looser or bigger. And I want to have like bell sleeve. I'll put like the inspo picture right there, most of them being in crochet. And I might also just research that, but knitted, now that I've kind of gave up on the idea of crocheting that. I was actually filming a video for that, But same as the chat GPT, things just don't turn out okay sometimes, and that's fine. And I love knitting, so I might just knit it, and I feel more confident knitting. So projects for the next month would be obviously to finish everything I've shown apart from the blanket, and I'd like to cast on some socks for my dad. I don't think he watches my video, so it's fine. Because I forgot Father's Day. So, and I'm seeing him in about 2 weeks. But I could just work on them while being on holiday. I'm thinking about this as well. It's like I need project that I can grab on my holiday, and I'm hoping I will be able to buy some French yarn while I'm away. I'm going away for 2 weeks in the south. I'm going to le Bassin d'Arcachon, close to Bordeaux, which I know quite well. We've been before. And then we're going to en Dordogne, which is this beautiful area in the south of France. It's not close to the sea. There's a beautiful river running in it. If you know me, I'm obsessed with rivers. So I'm gonna have a blast. It's gonna be a family holiday. And I reckon I'll have plenty of time to knit. So I just need to like start thinking about what I want to bring, knowing that I don't want to bring too much. So maybe just a top and a sock. I think that could be a good idea. It's going to approach really fast, so I'm wondering if, I'll be finished with this little cardigan. I reckon I will. Will I be finished with the little tie top situation? Maybe not. So maybe that's a good idea to bring that one. I guess for the tie top, this is going to be my first time designing. Yes, I will try to base it off a lace pattern that is, written in this book, potentially. But apart from that, yeah, I've not saw it through. So I'm telling you now, and maybe it'll just never happen. Because I've never designed anything before. Actually, no, that's a lie. Because when I first started knitting, I didn't really know about patterns. I didn't really know, so I just free-handed some stuff. Are they great pieces? One of it, I have this thing where I think they're all way too cropped, and I can't really wear them. But one of them was actually quite a success. It was like a little short sleeve, little not tank top, but with buttons, button up little shirt. I've done that when I was not very proficient in knitting, so that's actually quite impressive. Maybe I've just there's always so much pressure in like creating your own thing and spending so much time on a garment, and I kind of gotten lazy about maybe creating my own because I want the finished object to be wearable or good enough. So that's why I kind of stray away from making it like freehand, because they've not turned out that great. So maybe it's time now that I feel more confident. Obviously, like free-handed some socks before, because it's literally 64 stitches for me, and I know exactly the ones that I like, but not garments. I haven't designed a garment in a while, so maybe you'll see it soon. I don't know how to write a pattern, so I don't expect that just yet. But yeah, I think it could be very interesting and challenging in a way. I guess we'll see. I think this is all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed. This podcast got wrong like 3 times. I think this is my 3rd take. I spilled my entire cup of tea on the floor. Thankfully it was green tea, so it's not going to stain, I don't think. But yeah, and my cat's been screaming around, so I hope this was decent enough. The weather is horrendous right now, so the lighting's not going to be amazing. I apologize. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a good time. I would love to know what you're knitting, or if you do have some tie lacy cardigan, tie in the front lacy cardigan pattern you'd like to recommend. I'd love that. I want it to be long sleeve and very airy. So if you have some suggestion, I'd love to hear them. If you done one, try, test it and like it, please send it to me. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to design it myself, so I'd rather have a backup plan. So please send it to me. There you go. Have a lovely day, rest of your day. Have a lovely summer. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Keep on knitting. And I'll see you soon. Bye.